Hello there, chat. It is time. Once again, we're back. As we slowly approach Space Marine 2, patch 15. Life is good, guys. A peak day, everyone. It's a peak day. You know what they say. Oh, what's up, Sloth Boy? So Saber actually fucked up today, by the way, guys. And Plasma, the heroic Plasma, is working with crack and penetrator rounds again because they fucked up, and I'm pretty sure that their intention here was to just roll back the patch, but they just broke the perk again. So that's funny. That's pretty funny, but I find that quite comical. Also, the new one-handed Thunderhammer, that thing looks cool, guys. Gotta say. Pretty cool. You know, I posted a beginner's build compilation the other day, and somebody said, oh yeah, beginners don't have level 25 perks. I'm like, dude, if you're not level 25 in this game, you're like barely even playing the game to begin with at this point, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's not even beginner. At that point, you should just be focused on leveling, in my opinion. I don't even know why you care about a build guide for a class you don't even have at level 25. Is that a hot take? I don't think it is. There's no way the new class ain't Chaplain. I mean, it's gonna be a Chaplain, guys. I've been saying that for ages. People said I was wrong, and I'm like, just watch. I mean, it's not gonna be an Apothecary. I think that's just pure cope. Good afternoon, FTG. What's up, brother? We're gonna do this. We're gonna turn on all the hard strats. I mean, this is just the best build these days. So they buffed up this class even more. Now he is genuinely just cracked. What's up, Ravine? What's up, Osborne? A Judiciary would be awesome, maybe. It might get that. My expectation is not that, though. It's definitely possible. What's your favorite class? Probably Tech Marine. I'm gonna have some water. And then we'll do all of it.
Our path to Aurora is barred by the Thousand Suns Silver Tower. We do not have any ordnance on Demarium that can destroy it. Our best available tactic requires an ancient battle barge at the Mechanicus compound that is undergoing restoration.
If I might be so bold as to interject, Lord Titus, that battle barge dates back to the Great Crusade. It is a sacred relic, filled with ancient splendor, brimming with power undimmed.
Noted, Artisan Balthazar. I am authorizing Thalassa to commandeer the battle barge for the duration of this conflict. It will then be returned to your care.
Very well. But you will need my assistance in placating such an ancient machine spirit.
Assist the Adeptus Mechanicus in launch preparations and await our targeting guidance, Thalassa. We should be on the ground shortly. Make
Does
sure
anyone know why the Thousand Suns are blue in this game instead of red? Well, Thousand Suns aren't red outside of the Horus Heresy. This is not the Horus Heresy, dude. Why would they be red? Ah, yes, a fair build.
Line cloak ready. Take forces encountered.
God, sniper is just the best class in this game for the operations. Like, not even close at this point. They also made him more broken,
Camouflage charged.
because now lingering concealment is applying the entire buff to like your secondary and your primaries. The stalker bolt rifle is like nuts right now with him too, but the new combi flamer buffs, this shit's peak. Ray, thank you for the prime.
Sightlines down here. Changing magazine. Stealth ready. We have slain the abhorrent mutant.
I like how none of the best weapons on the sniper are the actual sniper.
Frag grenade. Camelio line cloak activated. Camelio line cloak ready. Rearming. They shall not see me. Active camouflage charged. Frag grenade out. Readying next volley. The horror has been purged.
Do away.
Camelio line engaged. Stealth ready.
Like how the new combi flamer buff is just like, what if we just gave one of the best weapons in the entire game burn? Because now the bolt carbine, the damage here is like ever so slightly lower than the relic tier automatic, but like who cares, honestly? Damage has never been the problem with the sniper class in the first place, but now you just have burn for AoE and infinite ammo.
Camelio line cloak ready. They shall not see. Inserting fresh magazine. Camelio line cloak activated. Stealth ready. We no longer suffer its existence. Unseen device. My target. Reloading. Active camouflage charged.
The long charge up the guy's got.
Arms that foe before it calls for reinforcements. See the Emperor's light dark. Rearming. Stealth ready. Readying next volley. They shall not.
I think the combi flamer would have strong value on Vanguard. It's not bad. He does have a worse ammo economy than all the other classes. Like, he can't regen ammo in the Pyroblast like Pack and Sniper can. So for that reason, it's definitely better on them. Also, this one's total ammo capacity is lower. Like, the magazine size is the highest of all the bolt carbines, but the total ammo capacity is worse. So it kind of just like makes it the worst possible choice for Vanguard, really.
Camelio line cloak activated.
Not bad though. Look at that.
Another adversary.
They don't even get to move.
Stealth ready.
FTG, are you ready for the 4 new ops this upcoming anniversary? Yeah, dude, there's totally gonna be 4 ops coming. Definitely. Unless there's some massive thing that I missed in the past day.
Reloading.
Active camouflage charge. I see a sorcerer trifling with foul chaos magic. Camelio line cloak ready. Camelio line engaged.
Are you ready for the Helldivers faction, the anniversary update? Oh yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm more curious what the new heroic weapons are going to be. So one-handed hammer. I'm gonna be real, guys. I think the Chaos Siege is gonna flop. Is that a crazy take? I think Chaos Siege is gonna be played for like 1 week and then everyone's gonna not care again. I think the entire player base spent its entire brain capacity for interest on the siege mode during the patch 8. The ability to give a shit about siege mode, that's an exaggeration, obviously, but in patch 8, siege was actually really popular, but that's also because there was nothing else to do. There was literally nothing else to do. It was like the only game mode. We didn't even have hard strats at that point. On auto bolt rifle heroic, I wouldn't be surprised if they added those last. Our new builds, or the builds of patch 13 still usable, and no perks got changed in this patch, so they're all usable. Everything from patch 13 is 100% usable in patch 14. This is not a very large patch. It's a pretty popular patch. Just this one actually brought back about as many players as like Reclamation did, but in terms of like actual content. Yeah, Chaos Siege will flop. Chaos isn't as popular as Loyalist, and you can't use your fancy skins you bought for real cash. That's true. That's also true. I think the reality of Space Marine 2 is, as much as people talk about wanting new game modes, they keep coming back to the exact same one over and over. Now, I'm more interested to see, will patch 10 be as big? I mean, will patch 15 be as big as patch 10? I think so. Like, in terms of player counts, I think it will be, but patch 10 did have the gigantic interest buff of adding in heroics for the first time ever. Because before then, I mean, adding an entirely new, like, archetype of weapon, basically, or, like, you know, entire new category for weapons, that's pretty huge. It's a pretty enormous change in your game. Because I remember how gassed people were for like the Xenophase Blade and all that stuff, and like these days, I don't see anything like that in like regard. People get hyped for the heroics, but not like they used to. Because now they're kind of used to the idea of like what to expect from a heroic weapon, or they expect some of the heroic weapons to be shit. Back when heroic weapons were first coming out, Saber said they were supposed to be the most powerful version of weapons in the game, which is like not true, and they backtracked on that later. So people expected a ton.
Ready.
The Black Legion enemy stocks go up. That would be really cool if we got to fight a new faction with like the Loyalist guys. Like if they use the Loyalist animations we have now. You gonna try the Gears of War beta off stream? Hell no. FTG only plays Space Marine 2. Or Total War 40k, maybe Dawn of War. Did you already know what's happening in patch 15? We know most of it. I just posted a whole video on that. I should go over all the information you need if you check out my channel on YouTube. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be able to do so much to us because our class is definitely not cracked in any way, shape, or form. Let me apply bleed to him.
Stealth ready. Line cloak ready. Escort that demon caller to the grave. The Imperial shall prevail over the ruinous powers. Chameleon. Really a beast for us to put down. I am a phantom of death. Active camouflage charged.
Well, I can kill the sniper. Nothing. The answer is nothing. Danger. What is danger, dude? We've never heard of her.
Readying this volley. A field full of heretic corpses is our reward. Savor it.
If you agree that Vanguard won't get the new hammer, be sick if it did. I mean, so when I say Vanguard's unlikely to get the new hammer, I say he's unlikely. You gotta understand that we're entering 11th edition, and a lot of the rule sets for these guys are from 10th edition. So not everything's necessarily gonna be 1-to-1. I already have a power axe on the Vanguard, and they don't usually have power weapons. I haven't checked that one out specifically.
Another heretic dies glimpsing the truth. Their dark god up and lies. Rearm. And soon I see. Active camouflage charged.
Danger, I hardly know her, Strip.
Deceitful tongue silenced. My spirit grapples with stealth ready.
These days, a sniper with a combi flamer and like the broken lingering concealment buff bug is just certainly something. I didn't even consider the 10th edition, 11th edition drift when it comes to Space Marine 2. This is what I'm saying. Like when I see a lot of people go like, "Oh, we can't have this or that," I'm like, how do you know? Have you seen the codexes for 11th edition? We're not in the same edition of 40k anymore. So like a chaplain isn't necessarily stuck with like the exact same weapon type he had on the tabletop in 10th.
In madness is to seek death. Cameleo line cloak ready.
FTG, how come the assault's jump pack works so differently in PvP and PvE? I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's better in PvE than it is in the PvP, but I think it's more of a terrain thing.
Not a lot of good angles here, but I will make it work.
They don't want you to get stuck outside the map. That was one of the complaints you saw a lot of people say back in the day. Is that the first tour guardsman? Who else would it be? Would it be second tour guardsman, otherwise known as the FTG from Timu?
Active camouflage charged. Cameleo line engaged. Cameleo line cloak ready.
Second tour guardsman as a poser. Second tour guardsman is just FTG from Timu. All it is.
Forward is clear.
The great value tour guardsman.
Ensure nothing further impedes your progress.
Why Bolt Carbine? Why are you the way you are? FTG is the first tour guardsman TikTok account. Actually, you, yes.
Advance.
I am ever present.
Our way is clear. enemy in our sight shortly. Chameleon line cloak ready. Target that monstrosity. Changing magazine.
Is that your usual PFP? I mean, it should. I had another one. TikTok's pain in the ass. Like the identical. It's the same one.
Creature pesters us no more. Active camouflage charge. Another heretic dies glimpsing the truth.
I don't know. People steal my content all the time. I don't even give a fuck at this point.
Hostile backup on the way. Chameleon line. More hostiles arriving. Adjust as needed. Stealth is ready.
There's a Russian channel on YouTube that just takes all my content and then just makes it AI dubs it in Russian.
Chameleon line cloak ready.
First comrade guardsman.
I am a phantom of death. Active camouflage charge. Perhaps they seek to choke our rivers with their dead.
I mean, if it's helping Russian players that can't speak English, that's good. But also, that guy's a chud.
Chameleon line cloak ready. Some grenade deployed. They shall not. The spearman is merely a beast for us to put down. Stealth ready. Their failure was the only outcome. Readying their volley.
I know tactical rework is very 50-50, but all the perks look very interesting. I mean,
Chameleon line cloak active.
we don't even know if like his good perks are getting replaced, okay? So a lot of people are jumping the gun on hating on the rework. Also, a lot of people in this game don't know why these classes are good in the first place. And they complain about perks that aren't even known to be changed yet. It looks pretty cool. I mean, from how it's sounding, nothing's getting replaced. The only question is, like, if they don't replace Concentrated Fire, or if they don't replace Secure Stockpile, like, if they don't replace those three perks, that's really all you need for TAC to be broken, is Concentrated Fire, Precise Calibration, and... Where is this guy vibing?
Chameleon line engaged. Inserting fresh magazine. Chameleon line cloak ready.
My point is, if they don't change the Secure Stockpile, Precise Calibration, and Concentrated Fire perk, Tactical's just going to be broken regardless. Froggy, you think for the tier 1, I've been in traffic for an hour? At least I have this. Very Froggy like to dub in the middle of traffic. I mean, while that is true, at least there will be more interesting options. Every build doesn't have to be meta. Thank you. Honestly, true and based. I'm honestly sick of hearing people be like, is this viable? First of all, Space Marine 2's player base has no fucking idea in a lot of cases. Well, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of the people I see repeat this go like, is it viable? They don't know what viability in the game even means. Because viable would, something being non-viable, I should say, would mean you can't actually use it in like the majority of content in the game. Like, it just doesn't function. Or it doesn't function well at all, which is just not true for like damn near any build in the game at this point, especially for like the normal operations mode. That's really only true for some hard track combinations and the siege mode. So the question is, how effective are the gimmicks and are they fun to use? In a lot of cases, even the underpowered stuff still is.
Make haste, lest your tardiness to the harm of our blessed vessel.
I can hardly spell viable. Like, I'll post a run of something soloing, true soloing the hardest difficulty, and people be like, how is this viable? I'm like, I don't know, it's only completing the max difficulty in the game on the first try. Like, what more do you want from it? Then the obvious cope there I hear is people go like, oh, we're just really good at the game. Like, yeah, well then, if I'm that good at the game, I can probably tell you if something's bad or not, right? Because you know it was not viable for a long time, or damn near not viable, were things like the Neo Volkite. And, it's the other one. Oh, that was awkward. Purge. I think viable equals meta. Honestly true. I'll tell you, like, pre-buff, pre-attack, crack and penetrate around stuff, and like a buff of audible rifle base damage, that was the closest weapon in this game to non-viable. Taking that thing against Chaos was like actually just torturing yourself. I was disappointed when I saw the new attack perks where your Auspex is bigger and the so-called balanced attacker team will hate you. Much prefer mechanics change like Auspex around you. I mean, all the Auspex perks are a lot more interesting than they were before.
They shall not. Active camouflage charged. Munitions here. Camelio line engaged. Camelio line cloak ready. Another heretic dies glimpsing the truth. Active camouflage charged. Readying next volley. Objective on the other side.
If it's not meta, I'm wasting my time. The Sweat Lords. Yeah, except the people that are obsessed with meta are usually not even like the Sweat Lords in a game. It's usually the people that are actually pretty shit because they need the meta builds to carry them. The same thing in Darktide, you see, where like people be like, oh, can I use anything but the plasma gun in my Malice games? Like, dude, you can use whatever the fuck you want in Malice. It doesn't matter at all.
Inserting fresh magazine. Camelio line cloak ready. Camelio line cloak activated. I ready seeds to adamantine and salamite.
You think the new hammer will have different defense types because it's all about building charges? I mean, it'll be the exact same. I'm sure it'll just have block, fencing, balance like every other weapon. I don't see how charges would change that at all.
I stalk my target. Active camouflage charge. Enemies of the Imperial. Changing magazine. Stealth ready. Another heretic dies glimpsing the truth. Their dark gods are but lies. Camelio line cloak ready. Every sorcery! The sword will hold the fire! The minions of the arch enemy are no more.
I think it was charges like block charges. No, two entirely separate things.
I have opened the gates.
Okay, I mean the new hammer looks cool. That was like one of the coolest weapons we ever had in the game. I don't know how strong it will be. I mean, it has CDR built into it, so I guess that does sound pretty insanely strong, but...
It couldn't possibly break free of Demarium's gravity in its present condition.
We only require that it reach the enemy vessel and destroy it.
I had thought you Astartes would possess the requisite appreciation of a vessel such as this.
The engine should provide sufficient lift, but the vessel's fusion batteries are fully depleted. There's no charge to start the ship's reactor.
There must be a solution to this fuel issue.
There is a fusion battery. We could use to awaken the reactor. We require charging from our power plant. Those areas of the facility are compromised.
Servo-carriaging, that is
Due to the volatile nature of the
Every
fusion
facet of
battery,
this world
safety
is
protocols
compromised.
prevent it from moving without an attendant. Lead it along the tracks to the junction station.
Hello?
Target that monstrosity. They shall not see me. Active camouflage charge. Reloading. The tracks ahead look misaligned.
There are several consoles for managing the tracks nearby. You must perform the appropriate rites of alignment to achieve the desired geometry. Assuming they possess the ability to extrapolate accordingly.
What can he do?
Considering this plan of theirs, I have my doubts.
Active camouflage charged. Unseen, I stalk my target. Inserting fresh magazine. Chameleon line cloak ready. Prevail over the ruinous tower. Presence of truth. Chameleon line engaged. Thousand Suns Terminators stealth ready. They should have never turned on their brothers. Chameleon line cloak activated. Active camouflage charged. Stand against me and perish.
Sniper just skips over the final portion. What clones? We don't need clones in this area.
They shall not see. Chameleon line cloak ready. The army. Reloading. Rails are straightened. Keep moving.
Let's see. Appreciate all your work. It's been helping me greatly. Emperor protects, and I'll have many more for you. I have a lot of ideas, an endless amount actually. How fast I can get to them all? That's always the question. I always feel like I'm 100 videos behind. I'm exaggerating. What I need is a voice box.
Take all you can carry.
I need that thing like from the dude in South Park. Not the AI voice box. An old-fashioned one.
A few less traitorous silence to worry about.
Your Messiah has blessed you with an abundance of power. Perhaps in the machine god's infinite wisdom, they permit the transgression you're about to commit. Do not speak beyond your ken, Engine Seer. It does not take a locust to see this is an act of desperation.
Active camouflage charged.
If you know if August is going to have a community update, yes it will. I will be covering that on this channel at the end of the month, so look for that live stream when it comes out. And also just a video I'll inevitably post. Actually, your any builds are not very strong, but still very fun. I mean, I'd say most of the builds in this game are actually pretty strong at the moment. There are some that are like disproportionately powerful, but they're not really necessary. Saber's done a pretty good job of making the sandbox be expanded, where the strong builds are pretty cracked, but you don't need them.
The spearman is merely a beast. Active camouflage charged. Their failure was the only outcome.
Also, what's strong and what's actually weak is like a matter of argument all the time. You still have people that argue between like ground pounds and wings of flame all the time. You still have people that argue that Magical's the best perk on Vanguard.
Stealth ready.
And please everyone.
Precisely what we needed. Reloading. Our adversaries are keen to lose it. Someone must guard the servo carriage.
Now that's value.
Chameleon line close ready. Chameleon line engaged. Perhaps they seek to choke our rivers with their dead. Thousand suns permanently look. Active camouflage charged. They shall not see. Changing magazine. Someone must guard the servo carriage. Stealth ready. To put faith in madness is to seek death. I am a phantom of death. Chameleon line cloak ready.
So one of the big buffs they did to this weapon in the
Inserting fresh magazine.
at 14.1 was they made it so the delay before your Pyroblaster actually starts to shoot is significantly faster now. Which means you can break your camo cloak pretty much instantly, which is super nice. I would argue this is probably... Is it the best weapon on Sniper? I think in terms of utility, it kind of just is, right? You have a gigantic flamethrower, just deals with everything for you. And applying burn is pretty useful. I mean, the damage potential of all of that's quite high. I mean, really, the best weapon on Sniper is just going to be your choice of Carbine. Pick any of them. Instigator, Bull Carbine, Heroic Bull Carbine, Heroic Instigator. Doesn't really matter. As long as you have gun. Even the Stalker Bull Rifle. As long as you have Purification, you're okay.
Silent of treachery, fall like foot. Someone must guard the servo carriage. Chameleon line cloak ready. Readying next volley. Take all you can carry. Unseen, I stop my target. Stealth ready. To put faith in madness is to seek death. Changing magazine. Arch enemy's minions have been brought.
Surely Bonds of Brotherhood is the best perk in game. I mean, you know, the thing about games like this is like communities always form opinions around perks, even if like even months after the best thing is like known, people will still just hold on to like old stuff that used to be good. Not in the case of Bonds of Brotherhood, but
They shall not see me. Camellia line cloak ready.
that's value.
The horror has been purged. Inserting fresh magazines in. Another heretic dies. Active camouflage charge.
What's good, FTG? What's up, KNG? We are just
Camellia line end game.
combi flamering. This is arguably the best weapon on Sniper now, but like honestly, they made the best Sniper build in the game better.
Concussive ordnance thrown. Camellia line cloak ready. Second wave headed toward us. Readying next volley. They shall not see. Active camouflage charged. Another heretic dies glimpsing the truth. Their dark gods are but lies. Stealth ready. Abomination terminated. Changing magazine.
Oh, here we go.
Camellia line engaged.
I tend to do it a little bit differently, but like that's okay.
Thousand Suns Terminator spotted. Rearming.
I've used the Prestige perk restore Flamer ammo too. Yep.
Cast sand and placed in fire.
Oh wow, that was I got trolled by that name.
Charging sequence initialized. 0.01% and rising.
Delassa, we are almost there. What is your status? Engines are charging, but we are under fire. Hold for our signal. Active camouflage charged.
After new hammer and absolver pistol, a new weapon should be added.
Delassa, transmitting target
Greatsword.
signal now.
They're probably gonna add a greatsword eventually. I mean,
It is weak.
it's something they said they wanted to do already. So somebody high up, someone high up enough to get it moved into like an actual community post where community response wants a greatsword in the game, which makes it sound like that'll probably be the next weapon because they mentioned it in the community post for the one-handed thunderhammer. Like, oh, we're sorry, but we prioritized this one this time, which just makes it sound like the next option for a melee weapon is just going to be that.
For ignition. The vessel is ready. May this machine's service be forever remembered.
The Atreus is ready to launch. Lock target now.
Routing signal data through telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference. Calculating trajectory.
Atreus is...
Is a Storm Vulture seen much on non-Terminators nowadays? Not really ever. Almost never. I mean, you see it occasionally like an Assault Intercessor, but not too much. I have all the patch 14 guns now, which for the best. Combi Melta. Not the Combi Flamer, not the Melta. How does a Combi Melta work? I mean, you just shoot your gun and then aim and shoot your Flamer. Guess we do this, right? Or we could do bulwark. Nice combi you'd want FTG. I don't really like any of the combi weapons. I don't really think combi weapons are that interesting, I'm gonna be honest. I think some of them are strong, but I don't really care for them.
Hours, 12 minutes ago, the Imperial cruiser Wrath of Espandor, in orbit around Avarax, transmitted a distress beacon and then went silent. Intelligence suggests the ship now plays host to Tyranid parasites, and the reported damage exceeds reclamation standards. The value of the Wrath of Espandor is twofold: its cyclonic arsenal and its proximity to several Tyranid war vessels. Combat Squad Phaedrus is already on board and is the tip of the spear. Additional squads are inbound to secure objectives. Make your way to the Ordnance Depot and take control of the plasma cores.
I'm on Chaos Siege already, watch it flop. I'm telling you guys, everybody always thinks they want a new game mode in Space Marine 2, and all they actually want is an operation. I've been in this player base long enough to understand how they function. Every single patch is that people care more about what's coming out for the game than what's actually in the fucking game. Every time. They care more about upcoming content. That's true for every game, but... Now this is the easiest bulwark build in the entire game to kind of just like mop up absolute difficulty or hard strats. Because all you do is this. Endless execute. Shoot guy. People really underestimate the Deathcraft's Power Fist. This thing is really good. I just got here, which fist are you using? Balance, I assume. It's funny you guys always guess the wrong one, but no, this is the heroic one. We have an ETA in the next patch, September. There will also be Twitch drops for the next patch, so make sure to follow me on Twitch, because I will go for like 20 hours straight for like 3 weeks in a row, as is tradition. Easiest bulwark build, don't die streamer. I mean, it's pretty phase roll build, I'm not gonna lie. Deathcraft's Power Fist, you can kind of just spam light attacks the entire game. Your heavy attacks actually still do a lot. Now the only thing I'd swap over for Chaos on this build would be like just go to Seal Within. Now the previous build I used that I would call the easiest was like a Fencing Power Axe. I don't think that one's even remotely as good as this. I think the Deathcraft on both Assault and Bulwark is just face roll. Slap on Armor Reinforcement. Intimidating Aura. Invigorating Icon. How does one die? You die if you run out of ammo. That's how.
Talassa, Combat Squad Heraton reporting. We lost Fox contact with Combat Squad Phaedrus. Do you know their status?
Phaedrus went silent, Heraton.
We must consider our brothers lost then. Our objective is to secure the cyclonic warheads at all costs. Encountering heavy Tyranid resistance.
24-hour stream for the release of Patch 15. We'll see. We will see. $48-hour stream. I think Froggy went for 41 hours at Patch 13.
Imperial vessels are sturdy, but they do have limits.
Isn't the block Relic Fist better? Yeah, but this is easier.
Just remake this vessel into an instrument of retribution.
Easy mode, as I would call it. I remember the first time, like, so 2 years ago, I made a build where I was like, I called it easy mode, and it was easy mode in Bulwark, but like back then, the player base would get upset if you called a build easy. They're like, how dare you call this build easy mode? This is actually a high skill based build. I was like, okay.
The Imperial Navy has impressive armaments.
The Douglas-class light cruiser carries an outsized complement of weapons, batteries, and lances.
Gun strike, repeat. Where the fuck is he going? They're playing on Absolute, of course. Don't play anything else. I don't think Absolute's that difficult for like really any class in this game at this point, but some classes is definitely easier on. Like, what is this shit? Look at that. Alright, can you just get over here? Yeah, we can still punch him. Pretty sure we just block this. Yeah, as long as you have your no knockback up, so you took armor advance. Oops. This is why I usually prefer taking bolt pistols or something against these guys. Because this is like riveting gameplay here. Oops. Not dodging that not really matters because the show, see? If you just get smacked in the face, you shoot your gun a single time and all your HP's back. That's why this build is just face roll. All you have to do is just light spam, shoot them or execute them. They just do not care. I can help you with stratagem. I'm not doing stratagem games today. Well, not for the one weekly or anything.
That silence intimidates the fire.
Combat squad Heraton reporting in. The bridge is lost, as are my squad brothers. I am cut off from our planned route to the ordnance depot. Calculating a new route based on your report, Heraton. Standing by. Be advised. The cruiser's crew managed to execute security protocols before they were overrun by the Xenos brood.
Hey, tips how to survive the range spam in this game. Your dodges will have iframes against range hits as well. And most of the range projectiles go in a straight line in this game, and the ones that don't are pretty slow. They can be annoying sometimes. Also, if you're in melee, enemies will be more likely to miss you. I'm not sure if you know this FTG, but on block power fist, when you do the double charge attack, damage is higher than the balanced one. Well, of course it is. That's the whole point of block weapons. Block weapons get like a 90% damage buff for their first hit and 2.2 seconds after. Balance is just higher in base. Block like requires charges to reach a higher amount.
Attention boarding parties. We have confirmation that combat squad Phaedrus is lost. I need a mission status update from all remaining combat squads. Combat squad
Got me excited about the Thunderhammer. From what I read, I saw a variant think they'll release a heroic. Yeah, I did make a whole video on that. There will be a new heroic. They're gonna add a power maul heroic variant of Thunderhammer, the one-handed one.
Talasa, you are nearing the reactor cooling hole. Report on its condition when you arrive.
That's pretty cool, I think.
We have updated our battle stratagems. Heraton, reinforce Octavio and protect the cyclonic armaments. Talasa, your new orders are to destabilize the reactor, cause a temperature spike, and the Tyranids may redirect their assault to you, buying Heraton and Octavio some time to prime the armaments. When you reach the reactor's cooling console, disable the emergency blast shields. Emergency blast shields retracting. Warning. Coolant rods exposed. Talasa, I need you to disable the entire cooling array. Concentrate fire on the exposed cooling rods.
Aim for the exposed rod sections.
What's up, FTG? I'm digging the Black Viper's drip. I'm glad we could provide.
Failed that ultra. Tyranny.
So guys, we got huge plans for patch 15. Tons of stuff, tons of new stuff, tons of collabs coming actually too. It'd be great fun.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
And naturally, all the build guides. 100 billion build guides.
Crush the ravenous brood. That is not ordinary. Steal your mark. Xenos biomass on scope. Tyrannid fireball. Watch for score lines. Equipment power. Armor annihilate secured. Another Xenos atrocity claims. It is the great The two Tyranids dispatched.
This is the not fun part by yourself on this map. It's not too bad, the plasma pistol.
Registering extreme temperature fluctuation. Plasma cooling efficacy severely reduced. Excellent, Talasa. You will need to repeat the same process at the secondary.
Even with that 50% reduction, you still like one-shot these Hormigons. Your charge hits. Any other chapters? Get any other chapters you want to see get a champion skin for the salamanders? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of salamanders, to be honest. The Iron Halo is the coolest thing they added in, but they have cool successor chapters.
Elements of the cooling rod array are clogged.
The Space Marine 2 allowed Terminator armor? No. Because you're a Primaris, you're not playing. Well, I mean, there are Primaris Terminators, but you're not playing as one.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
Ready to deploy. Xenos Hunter stalks us. Behold the supremacy of Ultra.
Identify blockages and
We'll get through them all eventually.
Xenos organisms.
That's not that target for rallying first one. There will be more foes to overcome.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
You failed at Ultra. Failed. Reserve hit.
I guess we'll grab more ammo.
Ammunition here. Every last Xenos for the Imperium.
This part just sucks ass by yourself. Look at all these little Hormigons. Perish. Should have had a nade here.
Cooling rod array are clogged.
There is no status round. So, watch for psychic onslaught. Our banner awaits unfurled. The fewer psychics these Xenos have, the better.
Let's get a free gun strike on a zone throat. I love it. Okay. Freebie gun strike. All these snipers. There's a lot more snipers this patch. I'll say that. Far more. Far more than before. Really ever since Tech Marine came out. We're almost done with these guys. Look at that. They only took like 500 plasma shots.
Temperatures at critical level.
I guess we'll take that.
Plasma reactor shutting down to prevent catastrophic detonation.
Talassa, do not let the reactors cool down. This cruiser will soon perform its final task. Proceed to the decks below and force the plasma reactors to overheat.
Move out, brothers. The plasma reactors are on the lower decks.
What are you hopping on Helldivers? Never. Why would I play Helldivers?
You received word from our brother.
I think that game's shit, to be honest. I think that game is like the friend swap game.
Through the technical underbelly.
Negative, but judging by the damage, he may have taken this route.
Understood. Be advised. We remain under heavy tyranny to
FTG doesn't want to play like you. Do you have any guides? Only about like 2,000.
We believe they will abandon your position.
This is ill-advised, Talassa. If you do not rig the reactor to detonate, the cyclonic warheads will be wasted. Combat Squad Octavio will redouble our efforts to draw the Tyranids away from your position instead.
Acknowledged, Octavio. Emperor be with you.
Maybe the Gears of War open beta, not that either. Guys, I would really never expect FTG to play anything except for Space Marine 2 and Total War 40k. And like maybe Dawn of War 4 or Dark Tide. Nothing expect Warhammer? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever play anything on Warhammer on this channel. I played Helldivers 2 one time on this channel. Never again. He's a pile of shit. Helldivers has a new 40k Warbond? Yeah, but why would I play Temu 40k when I can just play 40k?
Talassa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader, and Octavio is penned down. You must destabilize the plasma reactor. Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain.
Salazar taking up position at the reactor.
Medical assistant.
Poor mines, dude. That's where Seal Within's better. Literally, so I thought I just walked past and they all detonated in my face. I think I just chain reaction to myself. Must be a Biowar up there. That's fun. Spore Mine's a permanent nightmare fuel, but yeah, like probably one of the only things in the entire game that can 100-0 you. I think I got slapped by an Race Devourer there too, to be fair. But That's the downside of armor reinforcement, is that you don't actually have damage reduction, and damage reduction is phase free too. If you get sealed within there, you don't die. I always take that against chaos. About Total War Warhammer the End Times? I don't. I mean, who gives a shit? Total War creator. There are enough Total War creators for fantasy.
That swarm of Xenos.
I haven't played a Warhammer Fantasy DLC in ages.
Attention. Authorized personnel only beyond this
The
point.
last time I played Total War Warhammer Fantasy was with Sotek.
Authorization in order to proceed. Security protocols dictate that only great principal servitors have entry authorization.
One of these servitors has matching ocular biometrics to clear security.
Okay. Identify the principal's body. We can sure do that.
None of these servitors have access. Their sacrifice is not complete till we have their eye scans.
Where'd he go? Ow, 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 ow.
Checking this servitor.
Just let him do that. I'm like nothing but Hormigons this game. Hormigons and Spawn mining.
This one was the Clade leader. Load up.
Ocular biometrics confirmed. Maintenance grade Delta Mu 2839. Access granted.
Hurry to the objective.
Honestly, Helldivers is better than Arc Raiders. I haven't played Arc Raiders, so I got no clue. It's funny, I had the beta access for Arc Raiders, just never played it.
Prepare for heavy resistance, brothers.
What's up, FTG and chat? What's up, Charles? Every second I'm not playing Space Marine 2, I'm like, I could be playing Space Marine 2, you know?
Two Xenos leader beasts. That reactor must be destroyed.
Prepare for contact.
Honor our brothers. Honor our chapter.
Just punch their ass.
Brace for Xenos impact.
how the spore mines are more dangerous than the boss. That always goes, though. You always underestimate the spore mine, you never underestimate the boss, you know. Well, maybe these bosses, because they're pretty funky, but... I will say that I've seen more people die against the Tyranid Primes than the Hive Tyrant in recent memory.
Prepare for contact. The beast dives at us.
The PvPs like killed Arc Raiders. I think most games tend to die after a bit unless you get new content. That's just the way games are, right? Like, think about what hyper popular game doesn't get new content. The only ones I can think of, like maybe competitive games or community-based games.
Where shall I plant this flag?
See, even with that 50% reduction, we still hit him.
Prepare for contact.
Doing the balance fist, that was his heroic one.
The remaining prime of his invigorated
The Death Grasp one.
The living prime seeks revenge. Our glorious banner strengthens our Our brothers are avenged.
Top 5 Ferox to buy is returning launch player, Argent Edge, Ferox Heavy Bolt Rifle, White Scar's Chainsword, Chains of Duty, Ferox Heavy Bolter, I would say, and also the Salamander Power Sword. Or the Heroic Bolt Pistol. I mean, Heroic Bolt Pistol is one of those things you can just go in any class. If you're trying to level up a brand new class, but so can the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle. And
Alessa, we're tracking your signatures. Octavio and Heraton Leader are already on board. Our brothers prevailed.
FTG, would you like to see the next operation added to the game?
At 50% functionality.
I want... Actually, no, I want to do a Tyranid boss. I want something like Purgation on Kodaku again with a new Tyranid boss. There is still going to get 2 new bosses, like, on mission in the next year, so I already know 2 new operations are coming, but like, ooh, shocker. But, one of those might come with patch 15, who knows?
Reactor overheating. 10% of core integrity remains.
Make haste, brothers.
Oh yeah, I should probably run. Maybe about 15 seconds left, don't we?
The Dauntless is about to detonate.
Race for turbulence. If not for
It's the best class to run for this week's hard strat, Sniper. Like every other hard strat in the game, pretty much. I mean, honestly, for like every weekly, you probably just put the exact same build there and be like, alright, use this one. Got any tips for new player that get better on the harder difficulties? I probably have like I have an entire new player guide to the game. I'll probably answer every question you have about that and more. I have a bajillion build guides. So like that's the channel. If you go on my channel, like the big video on the YouTube channel, a big fat one, the hour-and-a-half long one, that should answer everything you need to know. I'll probably be good until the end of this fucking game for the most part, to be honest. That one's probably gonna be. I might remake it one day. Who knows? That also took me like 200 hours to make. I don't know if I want to do that again. But maybe I will. Something substantially changes. Do I want to remake an entire video that was an hour-and-a-half long because like one part of one mode changed like 10%? That sounds like a pinned comment to me. I'll get around to it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Bulwark or SMG Vulture Sniper? I mean, the SMG Vulture Sniper, dude, just run through the game. I've seen a lot of true solo players glazing these two perks here, and I'm like, dude, have we just forgotten that we have teammates in this game and squad renewals actually cracked? A 10% CDR? Imagine if you give this to your TAC or your Vanguard. Because like when you play by yourself, I actually like precision targeting a lot on things like the Stalker Bolt Rifle. I know 4-4 was using this, but like this perk's just like objectively better. CDR is crap. All you actually need on the build is like purification. So there's also a fundamental portion of the Camo Cloak that will lower, like you will just lose Camo Cloak after a certain amount of cancels, which means squad renewal will always have value. And I put that value far above weapon spread and 10% headshot damage. I like squad renewal purification. I mean, I think it's just objectively the highest value perk. I don't think there's like, I don't really think there is a question unless you just can't do math on like what CDR does. Especially like if we're talking in a team comp, it's not a question at all. I mean, slap on any vulture on your TAC and this will just function better. But they're all good. I think precision targeting is actually a ton of fun these days because the weapon spread here is really nice. It's like if you take like a bolt carbine, like a marksman one, and you go to the battle simulator with a precision targeting and dexterous hands, which you always take anyways, and home precision, well, guess what? Your gun becomes a fucking actual laser beam from a mile away. I mean, like, this is good. Is that not stupid? Is that not stupid? Yeah, I should take that further. Hold on. I like the heroic stalker and sniper. Not really. I think the marksman carbine, bull carbine, heroic instigator. I think they're all better than any of the single shot, awkward single shot DMRs they have. 30 damage. I mean, it has a fall off. What was the hotfix about, Mr. FTG? I have a whole video on that. All you gotta do is scroll past the 17 videos I've posted since then. How could you not watch every single 40-minute video I've posted every day, 4 times? How could you not watch them all? How could you miss a single one? Okay, let's see here. I mean, that's a lot. Heavy bolter rifle does like 24. I mean, it's a marksman carbine. And we do have precision targeting. And we do have, well, actually, that doesn't do anything for us in this, but we also have vantage point, so.
Reload.
Here, let's just do it on a zone throw. This shit's funny.
Zoanthrope, strike him down with haste. All fury and thunder, no tactics. Unseen I stalk my target. Stealth ready. Readying next volley. Camelio-line cloak activated. Camelio-line cloak ready.
That's definitely... That's why precision targeting's fun. That's still a good perk. Because it is funny to just run around and hip fire your gun the entire game. Charles says, watch all the videos, be a member on YouTube, have a sub on Twitch, and donating 10% of your income is the minimum required by FTG. That explains why I get no donations, because you're all unemployed. I'm just kidding. Anyone's unemployed, it's FTG. Functionally unemployed. That's what I've always called streaming, you know? Streaming is just functional unemployment, right? Chud maxing, really. Okay, let's see here. I do have the sniper. I mean, the heroic instigator and the instigator bolt carbines. If you actually take these, like the accuracy variants on, because this one also has home precision if you go down here. So if you build like this, I've always been a fan of this perk. Though I don't think you really give a fuck about laser beaming people on this one that much. But they're all good. But I've always been a fan of this setup on the sniper. And also the Vanguard. Look at this white helmet by the Coke's Stardew standard. He is a veteran. I know. I know. Why does he have the Death Wash pauldron on, guys? Why does he have the Death Wash pauldron on? See, this one... It's pretty accurate, but like this gun has a pretty intense spread. Like this is with all precision targeting perks pretty much. But like even with all of them, there's a lot of damage though. I forget what even the highest one is. The only way I can even test this is on like the Carnifex. Right. Booney with a prime sub, thank you.
Neutralize that Seados behemoth. Change a Camelio-line cloak ready.
I mean, you lie. There's no video regarding today's hotfix. There's no video on. There was no hotfix today, so I'm talking about hotfix 14.1. Do you guys? Is this where we're at the in the SM2 community where something is no longer new if it has passed by a 2-day period? What was the last hot? Hold on, the week isn't even over. The week is legitimately not even over. It is a new hotfix. It's been out for 3 days. Is that not new anymore? Breakfast is all. Yeah. Is this how impatient we've all become? No wonder this game's player base fucking complains about, like, oh my god, there's a 1 month gap between an update. I swear to god, it's like they have some players in Space Marine 2's community might literally, well, they must just be children, because that explains the misunderstand of I guess the perception of time, where waiting 3 months for something is not a long time. What about second breakfast? It's a great question. Asking the real questions, I see. Alright. The attention spans are non-existent. It do be seeming like that. It do be seeming like that, don't it? What are attention span? Never heard of her. Let's grab... Oh yeah. Classic. A classic Inferno maxing build. Past 13 was millennia ago. Yeah, it was in May. So, basically an eternity. I mean, I won't lie, so I say this, but 1 year ago does kind of feel like an eternity for me right now, but I've also just been brain smushed. Up, FTG, do you think the Tampere work is going to be alright? Yeah, I think this will be fine.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy swarm. The Cadians were First, proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate. You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment. Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the blast zone. Captain Akaram will coordinate our efforts over Vox.
Let us deliver the Emperor's wrath to these creatures. Brothers, tyrannies are here. Wrath shall reign.
I feel like just yesterday there was a shadow drop for skulls. It is true. They have a big shadow drop. I love Enraged Devourer.
Another alien born.
Your endorsement actually means quite a lot. Well, I think actually Saber does generally improve classes when they change them in this game for the most part. I also think Space Marine 2's community is very reactionary. I also don't think most of the balance changes in this game even affect the people who are complaining about them, because they're probably permanently stuck on low difficulty anyways, where nothing matters. But, you know, that's the same problem with Dark Tide. The lethal update feels like generations ago. Well, the lethal update was over a year ago. That was like a year and a half ago. That was almost approaching 2 years ago, actually. You play max FOV? No, max FOV in this game looks like shit. Like, straight up. Like a gigantic fishbowl effect in your game.
Order returns very soon.
Alright, yo, I'm sorry Zealous Blow and Joy Harrison's chat, but like ground pound builds are just not as strong as Wings of Flame anymore, and I think it's like, I don't even think it's up for debate after the animation cancel change and Furious Strikes change, because all you're getting is like free gap close against all of these guys. I might actually think ground pound might actually be better against Chaos than this year. Kind of makes me want to do a Thunderhammer build for that. I like the Dust Grasp. It is fucking boring though. I'll say that. It is incredibly boring. Is that the new Heroic Thunderhammer? Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, I might call it there for now. I intend to be on very long, but might be back on later. That's all for me for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back probably, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. Oh, bye-bye.